that the diaspora community who are actively working on these issues of the genocide, if it's Darfur or the Nuba Mountains or Abyei or the Blue Nile, knows her very well. And she is Sharon Silber, who is an activist and Sudan a person. And by the way, a little brief about Sharon Silber. Sharon Silber comes from a background of parents who fled the Nazi concentration camps in Eastern Europe. So to her, this issue of genocide and justice for the marginalized people is very personal. So let's give her another round of applause.
Thank you very much. I'm here representing the New York Coalition for Darfur and All Sudan, and a group I founded about 15 years ago called Jews Against Genocide. 70 years ago, in August of 1941, in a small village in Eastern Europe, my grandmother, who I am named for, my great uncles and aunts, their children, their friends, their entire community of 3,000 people were killed by paramilitary forces composed of their neighbors in killings that were the beginning of what became known to my people as the Holocaust. My grandmother was 72. My father's uncle, who had been mayor of the village, was in his 80s and had to be transported by wheelbarrow to the place where he was shot. Today, we stand across from the building that was built to prevent such things from happening again to anyone, the United Nations. In that building, many countries meet that have ratified the Convention on Genocide, vowing to prevent and punish governments that seek to destroy a people, whether in whole or in part, on the basis of ethnicity, religion, or race. But these things have happened again. They happened in Rwanda, in Bosnia, in East Timor, in Cambodia. But perhaps nowhere have they happened on such a large scale or over such a long time as in Sudan. In Sudan, there have been many genocides over the past 20 years. First, in South Sudan, and then at the same time, although less spoken of, in the Nuba region. There has been genocide which continues in the west, in Darfur, and there has been genocide in the east, in the Beja region. And now again, attacks have come back to Abyei and South Kordofan. In all these regions, the government of Sudan has used both direct killing of civilians and the obstruction of humanitarian aid to accomplish their genocidal purposes. In the course of this, they have displaced 7 million people and killed nearly 3 million. But it's not just the numbers that make this an abomination. It's the idea that any government can kill not only combatants, but infants, elderly people, pregnant women, simply because of who they are. What tribe, what ethnicity, what religion, what race. And it is more than that, because for all of us here, these people are someone's grandmother, someone's uncle, someone's cousin, someone's child, or someone's friend. I know many of you have traveled very far to be here today, to bear witness to what is happening to your people in the Nuba Mountains, in Abyei, in Darfur, in Beja, and throughout Sudan. It is good and fitting that you do so, that you have that you are here to give voice to those who cannot speak for themselves. And though it may seem very dark and hopeless, I do believe there is hope, because I have stood on this same spot with people from Bosnia, from Kosovo, from East Timor, places where genocide was happening, where things looked hopeless, and yet they no longer are. I believe that the Nuba people will endure, that all the marginalized people of Sudan will endure, that peace and justice will come to them, that Abyei will endure, all the regions of Sudan. And we are here too today for those brave people in North Sudan who speak out for justice and peace. The students, the journalists, the activists. But I must give you a piece of bad news too. No matter how far you have come, no matter what you have sacrificed to be here today, it's not enough. Even the hearing yesterday in the U.S. Congress was not enough. We must stand together. All who know what is happening must tell what they know. We are not at an end here in this place, but at a beginning. In the next few weeks, during summer break for Congress, we must tell those in Congress who represent us what is happening in Sudan and what they must do. It does not matter how many times we have already told them in the past. They must know, they must act. So I say to you today, Oyez Nuba Mountains, Oyez Darfur, Oyez Abyei, Oyez Deja, Oyez peace and justice and brotherhood for all Sudan, Oyez.